Graham Greene is one of those actors that just seemed to appear in everything, whether it was for a quick 30 seconds or whether it was a starring role. He was always that guy that you would see and you'd be like, hey, that guy, even if you didn't know his name, even if you didn't know who Graham Greene was, you'd seen Graham Greene. That's how prominent this career was, and Dances with Wolves being the big one, the Oscar-nominated role as Kicking Bird, but so many roles throughout his career. The Green Mile. He was even in one of the Twilight films. He starred in Northern Exposure. Defiance, which was a sci-fi show that I really liked. Guest appearances, even in more recent works like The Last of Us, 1883, Tulsa King. He's done voice work in video games, animation. You may know him if you're a fan of the Red Green Show from his turn as a guest star on that multiple times as Edgar Montrose, explosives enthusiasts, as Red Green would call them.
It was a very quiet house up until my 7th birthday. That's when I got the chemistry set.
So was it a large house, Edgar?
Well, it got a little smaller that day.
Fantastic career for a guy who had no intention of getting into acting at all, and he was great in everything he did. He was a music roadie for bands before getting into acting. He just sort of fell into it, loved it, and kept it going, and ended up being one of Canada's best. Yesterday, CBC News Network spoke to Tom Jackson, a fellow actor, a friend of Graham Greene's, who talks about that role as Kicking Bird in Dances with Wolves, and says Greene really broke barriers for Indigenous representation in Hollywood and on stage.
A lot of First Nation parts that were played by non-First Nation actors that have all the theater actors that I have seen or had experience with, Graham was the best theater actor that I have ever known.
And I think the quality of that body of work is reflected in the various awards he has. There you see him being invested into the Order of Canada in 2016. He won a Canadian Screen Award just last year for his role in Seeds, Grammy for his spoken word album, on Canada's Walk of Fame, inducted in 2021, and just earlier this year, winning the Governor General's Performing Arts Award for Lifetime Artistic Achievement.